You ever hear people just saying that, hey, I believe that the VA can and can't do this for you with disability? Well, there's a lot of myths out there having to do with VA disability. And in this video, we're going to get into some of what I think are the top 10 myths having to do with VA disability. Stick around. All right, this is Steve. Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about the top 10 myths that I know of that surround VA disability claims. Just kind of wanted to give you a little background. I'm a veteran. I served until 1997, and then I've been out since then. So I've been out 27 years, just about 27 years now. And I'm still going through the VA disability claims process, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. I do have, as normal, my notes are right over there, so I'm going to look over there to make sure that I cover everything appropriately and thoroughly enough so that you get some value out of this. So veterans or families of veterans or friends of veterans that are, maybe believing some of these myths about VA disability, I ask that you take this information, share it with them. We're all better together. All right. Excuse me. Let's get started with number one. Having a high income disqualifies me from VA disability benefits. Couldn't be further from the truth. VA disability benefits are not based on a person's need financially. It's based on the severity of the disability that can be connected to your service. So doesn't matter what your income is, go there. If you have a disability that is and can be proven to be service connected, I suggest you go after it. The benefits are out there for us to consume. So please, by all means, don't think that if you're making a good living that you're disqualified from the process. All right, number two, only combat injuries are covered by VA disability. Just not true. I know lots of people who have never seen combat, a lot of people who have never been even in theater of where combat was going on. And just due to the nature of their job, due to the nature of what the military asked them to do, they have some disabilities that can be easily service connected. And those disabilities are generally approved. So as long as, again, you can connect it to your service and the disability has a certain severity, you will get a certain percentage of VA disability. This is not like where, with Social Security disability, where you have to go through a barrage of crazy stuff just to make sure that you're eligible for this. The VA is as straightforward as you could expect a Veterans Administration to be. You file the claim, you prove it's service connected, they give you a comp and bens exam, and then they make a determination. So that's myth number 2, debunked. Myth number 3. You can't apply for VA benefits after you've been charged or discharged for too long. I'm 27 years out of the military. Been out for 27 years. Still going through the process of VA disability claims because some of my conditions have progressively gotten worse over the years. Don't let time be a factor. Get in there. If you can service connect it, get your disability approved. Number 4. This one's really fun. VA disability ratings are set in stone once you receive them. 100% pure, not true. Disabilities can get worse and they can get better. And this is a matter of whether or not you can have a static disability that says it's not going to change, it's not going to go away, or you have a reevaluation style, injury or disability claim. Static ones, just because they're static doesn't mean they can't go up. It means that they don't have to examine you to try and get you to go down any further. However, if you apply for an increase and, you got 30% for PTSD, you go apply for an increase. If they determined that you're no longer in the 30%, just like you said, but they determine it's now 10% instead of the 70 or 90 that you were looking for, they're going to lower it for you. So make sure you pick and choose your battles when you go into this process. Number 5, You need to have documented medical issues during service to qualify. There has to have been an event in service, whether it be, I don't know, 25 click hump going up a hill at Camp Pendleton with a 100-pound backpack on your back. You have back problems. Great. You don't have to have necessarily had back surgery in the military, but be able to prove that you went to medical, you were seen for these back issues. They gave you a bunch of Advil or Motrin and said, be on your way. And, that happy-go-lucky military way. But you can connect that back in the proper manner if somewhere down the road you have a medical issue, right? So that medical issues can manifest themselves after your service is what I'm saying. All right, next up on the list, we're moving fast and furious today. Number 6, if you work, you can't receive VA disability benefits. I'm living proof that that's just not true. I work, I receive disability benefits. So you can work, or you can qualify for what they call TDIU, which is total disability and individual unemployment. But that is something that is an added benefit to those of us that are out there that potentially cannot get and maintain acceptable employment. Number 7, PTSD claims are easily approved. Just don't even ever think that. No claim is easily approved. You have to put the work in for each one. I said it before, I'll say it again. Connect it to your service, show a diagnosis, and go get the severity looked at. That is how you do this. It has to be service connected, has to be a medical diagnosis, and it has to be a certain severity. That's it. That's what the qualification is. Number 8, you can't appeal a denied VA disability claim. My whole life is in appeals right now. Everything I'm doing with the VA is in the appeal process at the moment. So that is just an absolute misnomer. If you want to have the best chance at success with your appeals, then you should probably consider getting professional help. And professional help could be a veteran service organization, VSO, veteran service officer, or it could be hiring a law firm, a veterans disability law firm. I've been around both of them. I have my own opinions. We'll share that in a different video. But if you need the help, if you're constantly getting denied and you're saying, wait a minute, I can prove that this is true, maybe it's time for you to get professional help. So I strongly encourage you to do that. All right, number 9, you can only receive 100% disability rating if you're completely incapacitated. Just not true. The way that the VA calculates, if you have 7 different disabilities and they're all at 50 to 70%, you're going to hit that 100% mark after you see how the magical way that VA does math. But you don't have to be completely incapacitated. Again, if you are able to work. And you can still be 100% VA disabled because of your conditions and your disabilities and the severity of those disabilities that affect you in your day-to-day life that are service connected does not mean the same thing as Social Security disability. So just keep that clear. Number 10, last and final one. Mental health conditions are not covered as comprehensively as physical injuries. I don't know where this myth came from, quite honestly. I don't understand the thought behind it, but mental health injuries, I believe, are at least 2 to 8x or 8 times as prevalent in veterans as physical injuries. Now, physical injuries can lead to mental health injuries, but put yourselves in the scenario, put yourself in theater, put yourself in combat, put yourself in an area that's not necessarily in combat, but in training. And, you had a traumatic event or you witnessed a traumatic event. It's just not true that mental health is covered differently. Mental health has the exact same style of qualifications as everything else. is there a service event that either made this happen or aggravated it further? Is there a medical diagnosis for a mental health condition? And is there a nexus that connects the two? That's it, plain and simple. That's all there is to it. So again, these are the top 10 myths surrounding VA disability claims that I have seen over the last probably 2 years or so, and just wanted to share them with you. If I'm going to ask, I always ask at the end of every video, if you don't mind, hit that like button. It really helps get the word out. It helps this video get shared with more and more veterans. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'm always open to hearing people's opinions and hearing from other veterans and from veterans' families. And over and above that, if you feel the need to, I'm going to keep doing these videos. Hit that subscribe button. You'll help me move this forward more. And again, the more people that we have engaging, subscribed, and liking and sharing these videos, the more veterans we're going to reach. And that is the ultimate goal. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.